God, that up air. Phantoms. My tinfoil hat theory on UCF, because UCF, you know, obviously UCF doesn't directly affect anything. I only say UCF causes phantom in situations where UCF death has no effect whatsoever. For example, that phantom.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing related to them interacting on the ground. It's just air to air.
Yeah.
UCF.
Of course, yeah, naturally.
Literally impossible for UCF to make a difference, but UCF.
It's UCF, yeah.
Yeah, cause phantom.
It's true.
So Kyle's had a pretty dominating lead here.
I'm doing a little boogie.
I like to attribute a lot of Kyle's success to the fact that he plays G-Beat at his local for hours.
It's great for your reaction skills. It's yeah, all the top players are playing G-Beat nowadays.
See Drug Fox at Big House.
And like we mentioned, the SDIing up their up air, especially in floatier matchups. You don't want to die at 40. You especially down a stock to Fox.
But next had a little bit of trouble getting stuff started. Kyle's kind of stuffing him most of the time when he goes for. Ooh.
Let's go. Not able to get up in time though, and he's killed anyway.
I wasn't quite sure, but did Blendtec get the Quetzal buffer float thing?
The buffered float?
Yeah, I don't think he did because he lost the double jump.
Yes.
He's gonna watch that video.
Yeah, check out Quetzalcoatl, Australian Peach main. Has videos on everything you'll ever need to know about Peach. That look cool.
But also useful.
Yes.
So we see Cal. He ended up getting a lot of weak hits there, but Blendtec's a little too spooked of getting punished for down smashing to go for a ASDI down and correctness with down smash. That's a. When you're forcing Peach to not be a degenerate, a dirty down holder.
Exactly. Things become a little bit more difficult. Blendtec opting to come down with Dare a lot and hasn't necessarily hit, but has been doing a good job of intimidating Cal enough to kind of not. He's not really going for up smashes underneath him. It seems to be working for now.
He's buying time with it, and he needs time to kind of slow Cal down.
Yeah, to put out a hitbox, really.
Ooh. I think that's, yeah, no double jump, no float now, too. Yeah, we're seeing Blendtec use a lot of his double jump to set up his floats. So he's got to watch that video.
Yeah, it's especially in a matchup where your recovery options are pretty limited in Peach. You really do rely on a lot of mix-ups and conserving your resources. So, you know, keeping float or keeping double jump for, you know, after a hit or on recovery is pretty important.
But he can knit, though. It's the Peach equivalent to being able to multi-shine, but not wave shine up smash consistently. Exactly. Oh no. That'll do it.
A dirty down tilt. Very, very Jack White-esque.
One of the things about Quetzalcoatl, fun fact, is he actually recently at the BAM, the big Battle Arena Melbourne tournament.
Okay.
One, he was one of the Melbourne players way back, like 2004, 2005 era.
Okay.
When it was
actually
him and Bringer of Death.
Yeah.
The two players from Melbourne that were really good. Bringer being one of the first big Yoshi players. But he recently Don B went back to Australia for, I guess, that's where he's from. But Quetz beat him in a set. A really, really close set.
Wow.
Really, it's like the last game, last hit, last stock.
That's incredible.
It was sick.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen Quetz play like twice. I've mostly only seen. He has a video on Down Tilt Bomber if any of you are interested. Talk about life-changing YouTube videos. That won't change your life. It changed mine. So we went to Dreamland. That's stereotypical. Oh, this is good for Peach stage. She, you know, can hang on a little bit longer. Seeing Foxes be campier nowadays, I feel like this being good for Peach is a little less true, but, you know, the survivability does stand.
Cal has not really given Blendtec time to even use the space effectively, though, right?
Yeah.
He's pretty much approaching whatever he feels like it and taking inside being underneath the stage. But it's been tough for Blendtec to get anything established in terms of his own space.
Yeah. You know, it's what use is all the room if you're just being rushed down. Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, there's you see Blendtec off stage using both float and double jump, and then being forced to parasol back once he's hit, and that's, you know, not an ideal recovery for Peach. It's a little bit easier for Fox to punish.
Blendtec also seems to primarily want to be close to Cal, so he can, you know, pressure as opposed to using float and slow drifting and pulling a bunch of turnips. So I'm not sure. it's really letting Cal pick and choose when he approaches Blendtec more so than letting Blendtec do the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is kind of a situation that, you know, Peaches usually like to avoid the kind of rinse and repeat. I'm going to try to get down with Parasol. I'm going to try to air dodge to a platform maybe. It's tough. It's tough.
Blendtec, he wants to get in there, but stage is so big. He's got to wait for Cal to reach him first.
Really high success rate on the SDI up there, and that's impressive.
Blendtec's a pretty good tag, actually, for Peach.
Will it blend?
But he's done better here. The survivability has helped. He's gotten some chip damage here and there on Cal as Cal's. Oh.
Will it blend? That is the question.
Don't breathe this.
Don't breathe this. Me playing Peach. There we go. That was a better use of recovery options, and he was able to kind of make it back, get Fox in the corner.
Oh, I'm out.
But up smash knows no bounds.
Cal just, he didn't have any, not necessarily respect, but he had no fear for Peach's, dash through him, crossover. Did it. I
do agree with Cal still attempting the up throw up air though. It's 60% of Peach.
It is hard.
Yeah.
Also, Fox has gotten better about dealing with people who smash at the first hit, so they'll do a first hit up air into up tilt and things like that.
Yep.
Into double instant bear.
Yeah, I'd imagine a player like Cal is much more ready for what comes after.
Oof. So Blendtec, finally on those last two stocks has opted to move back more often against Fox. So he's gotten a couple of good wave dash back down smashes.
And we've seen more, we saw more turn-ups trying to use as a tool to get inside to kind of, convince Fox to shield or jump, and you found more success there, but.
What was that?
I
hope
that was a magic deck?
I hope it was his Juby card. I hope that's what it was. I really do. Cal's a good dude.
Yeah, very impressive play from Cal.
But Blendtec, he did make that switch in